Well, what is up, beautiful people, YouTube? My name is Jurtastic, and welcome to a very special episode today where I'm going to be giving you top 5 reasons why you should join this FiveM server. Of course, I'm going to give you more than 5. I'm going to give you a lot of bonuses, but these are the 5 top reasons why you should, because I know how it is. Sometimes with FiveM, you can't really be a server hopper. You want to kind of find a new home, a new city for you. And I know that really gets a little frustrating between trying to pick and find all that. So hopefully this video helps you out. Like I said, as always on this channel, this video is going to be 100% honest. I'm going to tell you all the things you might not like and all the things you will like depending on your style of roleplay. So let's get it started. Now, this server, if you didn't guess by now, is Major League Roleplay, which is a whitelisted private server. So you have to apply for it. If you're looking for a public server, we will be having that actually beginning of next year, if not earlier. This video is what, December 21st, so we're talking about early 2022. But besides that, most of it is going to be whitelisted and private. But we all know the first reason. We all know that in FiveM, the texture loss and all that is just horrible. So a lot of servers that I've been a part of, they were great, but they just take anything off of it and throw it in. Now, if you do a little bit of research of FiveM, that's not how it works, not even in LSPD4. You have to make sure everything is optimized. And the first reason being is no matter what custom car we have, no matter what category it's in, which by the way, we got 3, and the reason why custom car is 1, 2, 3 is because the package gets added and whatnot. All of these cars you see are optimized, meaning that we personally took every single car, and if it was big, it was optimized and crunched down in size. We're not talking about the physical YFT car of it. In case you want to get technical, we're talking about the textures in it, because some of these, especially civilian cars, they come in with like huge insane amounts of files. So you look at these cars and all that stuff here and there, you know, you can find obviously any car you want in here. But besides that, the biggest thing that we have, I believe over 35 Leo cars, and we got over 5 EMS FD cars. Even those are optimized. Even the weapons that we use, even this weapon that you see, let's take a look at it. As you can see, it's a custom add-on Glock. Even that got optimized. And this really gives us minimal texture loss, even with people with lower end PCs. This is a war that we even recently re-waged on the texture thing. We've been open for a year and 2 months, and we haven't had too many of that, but recently we've been seeing this here and there. So myself and HA have went at it and boom, knocked it out. Now it's even smoother than it was before. So we talk about optimization, we talk about people with lower NPCs. This is really a good point to make. Now, when we talk about the other aspect of FiveM that really could make or break your FiveM experience, which is the staffing. Yes, I said it, the staffing. And this is reason number 2 of why you should join Major League Roleplay on FiveM. The reason being because we are an adult staff. None of the adults are under 18. And this is not to knock any teenagers or younger kids that are making FiveM servers, but the fact of the matter is, if you're looking for a realistic adult roleplay, when we say adult, we don't mean actually adult, you know what I'm talking about. We mean like more of a responsible, mature role play. You kind of need responsible, mature people on the helm of it. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't have fun. It doesn't mean we're always business, but what I'm trying to get at is our staffing is adults. We got the, I myself, I'm the founder and the director, and you're talking about over 30. You talk about the other director, over 20, I think he's 22. By the way, I don't know ages. Sorry, don't get mad at me. He's either 21 or 22, but for sure in the 20s. You talk about admins and people that help us on the side, not really admins. We talk about Epic Gaming. He's in his 20s. We talk about PC Games. There was an admin. He's above 30. I'm not gonna mention his real ages, but more than 30 for sure. But with that being said, we're talking about is adult staff here, and this is really helpful when it comes to picking a FiveM server. Now, reason number 3, we're going to be talking about everything else, but this also affects you if you were Civ or EMS, because it really ties into everything. We're going to be talking about other departments just a second, but the reason is we are a very structured Leo department. And when I say very structured, trust me when I say that, we mean very structured. With that being said, I told you I'm going to tell you the good and the bad. If you're looking for something more casual roleplay, do not come to Major League Roleplay, because I'm telling you, we are very strict and we are very structured, and we're not going to change that. A lot of people come in and they say, yeah, I want the realistic, professional, strict role play. They come in, they get culture shocked, and now we become the bad guys because, well, we caught you going 10 blah 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 over, we're gonna do internal investigation, all this stuff. We do that here. So if you're not looking for that strictness, do not come here. If you're looking for a more casual role play, this is even one of the questions in the interview, is you can be Leo in a more casual server. What makes you want to come to a really, really strict structured server like this? And I'm telling you, so what I mean by structured, I mean there's any subdivision you can think of. We're talking about SWAT team. We're talking about ASO. Hold on, I need to make sure this is down. There we go. We're talking about ASO. We're talking about SWAT, obviously, motorbike division, homicide investigation got added for the state unit, drug task force, gang task force. There's any department you could think of is here. Traffic and highway division. And another thing unique about the Leo team, not to get off track, is that we don't want to make you wait 20 months for you to become eligible for a subdivision. There's 3 of them right now currently that you can be eligible at a senior officer and or senior deputy status. So, but like I said, as a civ, you might say, well, why does that matter to me as a civ? Well, it matters to you as a civ because you're not gonna see Leos in Mustang cars here. That's for sure. You're not gonna see Leos. You're not gonna see everybody on slick Dodge Chargers. Everybody's rolling slick top. This is a strict Leo server. So if you are looking for the Leo roleplay to be strict, welcome Major League Roleplay. And if you are as a civ is just sick of Leos that are just all over the place, then that's why you need to come to Major League Roleplay. So this is what I was telling you about, that the strictness of the Leo structure helps with everything. I meant it. And I forgot, of course, don't forget, we even have a K9 division with an awesome paid script that really works well. Now, reason number 4, we talked about how the Leo roleplay and why does a structured Leo roleplay matter if you're Civ. Now let's talk about the Civ side of it, and reason number 4, why you should join Major League Roleplay and FiveM is the Civ side. Now, when we first started the server, the number 1 thing I had in mind is I did not want this to be your typical FiveM server where it's just Leo centered. I don't want the main. We've been part of these servers where the only existence that a Civ has on the server is to make roleplay for the Leos. Now, if you want to do that, cool. But in FiveM, we encourage, or in Major League Roleplay, we encourage civilian roleplay that's organic and all that. So we've had 3 different versions of it, and every time we've done a feedback form, we got this and that. So let me just give you a few things. Let's say you're on the criminal side of roleplay. You got, now in 3.0, you got car shopping. You got diamond wash, all this stuff. You got, of course, the regular script, like the robbery scripts. You got the evangelical scripts, which are a little more. You got other now different ways to rob a bank, the 5 Fleeca banks, where you need some planning, you need a plasma car, all that stuff. I think it's called no, not a plasma. I don't know what's it called, something like that. And of course, as you can see, we got the houses. You can buy houses here. Each house is come with a garage. If it doesn't, you'll see a community garage. You got different miscellaneous jobs. Of course, we got over 14 Civ jobs. And I believe only about in MLRP 3.0, we said the heck with it. We're not going to whitelist these jobs. Let these Civs enjoy them. Only 4 of them are whitelisted at this point. Obviously, something like Major Airways, etc., so on and so forth. Of course, you see IKEA down here. We'll go to it. You see IKEA down here. And that's because we even have, you can furnish the house. So what I'm trying to get at is a civilian roleplay here is encouraged and it is welcome because we want, like I said, we want the Civs here to not be just focused on making scenarios for the roleplay or the Leo. If we are an ESX server at the core, and this is idea that I came out a couple years ago of being ESX hybrid with a little bit of VRP, if you will, and if you want to go to the route of just making scenarios, trust me when we say that, you will get rewarded handsomely. But if you want to have your own life, whether it's criminal or not criminal, shout out to Guy Dean and shout out to Griffin. These are really, really long time Civs here, and they don't really like criminal RP. So I use them as an example that you can be just a regular civilian. You don't have to be criminal, but I'm saying if that's what you want or you want a criminal RP, there it is. So it is really a life for everybody here. And like I said, this ties in obviously with having good Leos and all that. So another thing is to join Major League Roleplay. Point number 4 is if you're coming in as a civilian, which I believe Major League Roleplay has something for everybody, you don't have to just worry about it being still. Now, reason number 5, and I told you again from the beginning, that I'm gonna give you the good, the bad, everything. Now, this might be bad for some of you guys, but that's completely fine. We don't hide behind the fact that we are a strict server. We don't hide behind the fact that we are very, very strict. We are not here to fill up numbers for the sake of filling up numbers. We had over 4,000 applications in a year and 2 months time. And there's been about 8 to 10% acceptance rate. There's other servers that claim they're whitelisted, and that's not the bad talk anybody, but they're not really serious about whitelisting them because all you need to do is drop an application, come on in, we'll keep you no matter what you do. We're not gonna take it easy on people that are here to ruin the experience for everybody else. You know, sometimes you will get kicked out for stupid, sorry, excuse my friends, stupid shit. That's just how it goes. So we are a strict server, and you might say, well, why is this? Why would I want to join a server this strict? Again, I'm giving it to you raw how it is. I'm not sugarcoating nothing. The reason why this is part of the top 5 reasons you should join Major League Roleplay on FiveM is because I know a lot of you are sick of the RDMs and VDMs, and get this. In 1 year and 2 months of our whitelisted private server, there has been 0 VDMs, there has been 0 RDMs. Yes, you heard that correct. We don't have none of that here because the civs come in trained and they know what they're doing. And the people that don't apply by the rules or play by the rules, you're not gonna last here. Simple as that. So this is why I'm mentioning this, because I don't want you to just hit the application link, because again, some of you guys, and we see a lot of servers out there that are very, very casual, very, very like, you know, nonchalant, and there's that type of role player. If you are that type of role player, this is not going to be it for you, because a lot of people come here and might think this is just like, you know, I could do whatever server. There are servers for that, thank God, out there, but this is not one of them. But if you're looking here, coming to have fun, play by the rules, and our rules obviously are going to be in the description so you can see what I'm talking about. And some of them are pretty standard FiveM rules, but we uphold. That's the difference, is that a lot of servers might have these rules, but they might not uphold them like we do. We uphold them, we take them seriously. So this is why you need to join Major League Roleplay. So these are the 5 reasons. We talked about the top 5 reasons. We talked about this, talked about that. Here's a bonus thing. We are in version 3.0. That means, like I stated earlier and I mentioned earlier, here's a bonus reason why you should join Major League Roleplay on FiveM, is because we take our server every 4 or 5 months or so and basically in a way build it from the ground up. That means the feedback forms from the civilians that we get. That means we, you know, stuff for rules that don't really apply to us get changed, or rules get mended into other things. Obviously, we talked about the cards, how everything is optimized. So every 4 or 5 months, we change it up for our members to make sure it doesn't stay stale for them. Another bonus thing I could tell you is that not even staff-wise, but other members could really sense if somebody's gonna last there or not. And we do have a different culture here in Major League Roleplay. We are a community in a sense, and we talk to each other outside the server. We really have fun together, all that good stuff. But these are the top 5 reasons why you should join Major League Roleplay on FiveM. And this is why I believe, honestly, and I always said this, and I mean this genuinely, if I wasn't the founder and the owner, this is a server I'd want to be a part of just for that reason, just for the reasons that I mentioned above, because it's a good to be a member here. And if you don't want to worry about staffing or any of that stuff, because there's a lot of background stuff that happens. If you don't want to worry about that, then you don't have to worry about that. You could just come here, enjoy your time, be a part of the community. I hope this video has helped you make your decision. Like I said, there's a lot of FiveM servers out there and they all have their own reasons, but I think the optimization, the strict staffing, the legal departments, how structured it is, how you can have different like just your own life as a civilian. And I truly do think that FiveM or Major League Roleplay does have a life for everybody, whether you're dispatcher. I mean, we didn't even talk about the fire department EMS, where there's a promo for it. I'll link also in the description below. But they have their own subdivisions. Leo have their own subdivisions. Civs have their own subdivisions. This is why it's a great day to be part of MRP. With that being said, guys, hope it helped you out. If it did, go ahead and hit that application link below. Follow the rules when you do, and I'll see you guys in there. My name is Jortes, and I'm out. See you guys.